Yeah, because like the whole vibe with the record, like it's called Sincere Input. So essentially the deal was like creating without creating. So we just would get into the studio with like me, Ben and Miles, and we'd just start. Like we'd have no preconception. Like someone would pick up a guitar and play some chords and be like, okay, cool, put that in and start working with that. And we just kind of follow that kind of train of thought for however long it went. And then once we started to kind of question it or like be like, oh, maybe we should do this, or start to think consciously about our decisions, it was like, okay, cool, save, stop, finish.
You're thinking, as soon as you started thinking too much, you're like,
yeah, as soon as we started actually thinking about what we were doing and rather than just being in a flow. And so that's kind of how like the song, yeah, really most of it was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, pretty much the whole song. And then even the mix, only really subtle changes to the mix. And then a few things were overdubbed later, but there were things that I just knew needed to be there. Like
you programmed the drums?
Yeah, so programmed the drums on the spot and just did it all. And actually all the vocals at the end, all like together, all that stuff. It was just like Miles started singing it. And then you can actually kind of hear me and Ben get up, run into the booth, and then start singing along with him, and come in at the end.
So it's like improv in a way, but in the studio.
Yeah, that's right. But that's kind of the whole creative process. So even like getting to this stage here, like I've been collaborating with Joe Wilson and Chanel Collier, who are 2 visual artists, and it was the same vibe. I just kind of was like, hey, I want to do something with you guys visually. They were like, what do you want to do? I was like, I don't know, and just gave them a bunch of material. And then we had the album cover by Jordan Stokes, which has like a kind of like a pink shape on the side of it. And Joe was like, oh, I really like that pink shape. What if we make that into a backpack? And I was like, awesome, that sounds great. Let's do that. And
it's all about saying yes.
Yeah, exactly. And just like, well, like when it feels right, you know?
Yeah.
And then Joe built the backpack, and then we were like, oh, let's like dangle some headphones off it, and then we can play the song on repeat, and then we'll go to the park. And it just kind of all flowed. So it's kind of that thing, but I mean, it's not like a punk rock aesthetic. Like it's not like we're all like master craftsmen, you know? We all have our 10,000 hours, and we're all like really committed to what we do. So we're not just slapping it together, but it's also not it's not considered.
What do you mean exactly with the brown?
Oh, well, like, you know, if you take colours and you mix them together.
But do you mean like in terms of like people are borrowing from other elements of other cultures?
Yeah, people are borrowing elements of other cultures, or, you know, like mixing certain styles together, or like an appropriation and recontextualization.
And what culture's used to hearing as well.
Well, I just feel like because of postmodernism, that's been the prevailing thing for like 30 or 40 years, has been recontextualize something else.
Yeah.
Which is great for a while, but then once we've done that for like 30 or 40 years, and so now it's just this mush of like nothing, and so nothing's actually new, and everyone kind of feels like we're back at this point where you can't actually do anything new, or everything's been done, it's impossible to make something new, so let's just reboot every movie that's ever been rebooted. Let's just make something that sounds like everybody else. Like, let's just do, you know what I mean? Like, it's like everyone's kind of resigned themselves to the fact that they're never going to make anything original. And so in doing this process of like having a mastery of craft, but then also making it purely like almost like stream of consciousness, we've gotten to something that, although it obviously has influences, because, you know, everything you do is influenced by, you know, all your memories, it's new. And like, I mean, fuck man, I'm like standing dressed as a canvas, I guess, like with a pink shape strapped to my back, like dangling a set of headphones off it, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's actually not that hard to do something that hasn't been done before.
Yeah, I don't think this has been done before.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Yeah. Nice one, Ruben.